I was sitting outside this morning, a beautiful day, just pondering what actually is God's job in the spiritual walk and what is our job. And thinking to myself, if I can only focus on what is my job and leave what is God's job to Him, how much more peace will come, how much more clarity will come, be focused on the right things and be able to advance forward in the spiritual life much more quickly. And I wrote down a list of things. This isn't an exhaustive list, this is just some of my thoughts, but it's helped to give me some real clarity. I've got down here that my job is to pray, to come before God, to preach the gospel to people, to trust and obey God, to work diligently on the tasks that are before me, and to remove any distractions from my life. God's job is very simple. It's to transform me, it's to transform hearts, and it's to bring the right people, resources, and circumstances on my path that are going to help me to accomplish the will that He has for me. And what I recognize is looking at this list is that it's so easy to get things backwards. It's so easy to spend our time focusing on what God's part is. So we focus on trying to bring the right people, resources, and circumstances our way. We try to control and fix and arrange everything, so much so that it just stresses us out. We try to transform ourselves. We try to do better. We try to just do more works, to pray harder, to try harder, to do better in everything that we're doing. And we can also try to transform people, thinking it's our job to convince people. But our job is just to preach the gospel, and then God's Spirit will do the transforming work in them. And then not only is it so easy to do the things that are God's role, God's job, it's actually so easy then to neglect the things that we're called to do. So we neglect prayer time, which is one of the most foundational things that we're called to do. We don't preach the gospel to people, trusting and obeying. It's so easy to take shortcuts to try to bring those right circumstances into our life rather than just trusting God and allowing Him to bring them in response to our faith. And working diligently, the other one, removing distractions. It's so easy we can just turn to distractions because we get so overwhelmed by the spiritual life. We get so overwhelmed by what's before us, what we're called to do. It's so easy to distract ourselves, to take our minds off it. We get it so backwards. And I just think to myself, putting all our energy onto the things that we're called to do, it allows God to move. It doesn't hinder Him from moving, because as you know, we can actually hinder Him from moving by doing the wrong things. So I loved writing that down because it just gave me such a clarity. It just gave me such a peace. And I thought, okay, this is all I need to focus on. I just need to focus on these things. It's not my job to stress and strain about these other things. God will bring those things about. And again, it comes down to that verse, seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all those other things will be added to you. So that's the challenge to myself, and that's my challenge to you as well, is to get clear about what are the things that you need to be diligent focusing on every day, and what are the things that you need to let go of and to trust God with. And spend your time on those things, and then put it to God and say, God, you know what? You say that you move in response to faith. You know what? You say that you can do exceedingly abundantly above what we can ask or think. Ephesians 3:20. You know, you say that anyone, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. These are your promises, Lord. I'm just trusting, I'm obeying, I'm coming before you diligently, and show me what you can do, Lord. Show me what you can do. Glorify your name. And I'll tell you what, living this way is just so exciting, because it's not about what you can figure out and what you can do. It's just about connecting with God, loving God, having a relationship with God, and then just allowing Him to unfold things and trusting Him and just enjoying the journey, just getting so excited about what He's putting before you. And you have a peace and a joy inside of you because you know that you're living in the way that you were created to live, the way that you were called to live, and there's so much life in it. It just feels so wonderful. So think about these things, friends. Write down, what are you called to do today? What do you need to let go of? And see how God moves. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to this channel if you want to hear some more just raw biblical truth. And I look forward to talking to you very soon. God bless you.